Lesson 15. Phrases and Clauses. Icebreaker. In the above exercise, you must have noticed few similarities and differences between phrases and clauses. Let us understand what is meant by a phrase, a clause, and a sentence. A phrase is a group of words that work together to express a single idea. However, most phrases do not have a subject, who or what the sentence is about, and a predicate, what the subject is doing. Example: under the bright sun is a phrase. It gives us some information but does not express a complete thought. A clause is also a group of words, but it is more advanced than a phrase. It contains both a subject and a predicate, which means it can stand alone as a complete thought, independent clause, or rely on another part of a sentence for its meaning, dependent clause. Examples: she danced gracefully. It is a complete thought on its own and hence an independent clause. Because she loved dancing. It relies on another part of the sentence to make sense and hence it is a dependent clause. A sentence is a complete thought that can stand alone and make sense by itself. It consists of one or more independent clauses and can also include phrases to add detail. Example: she danced gracefully under the bright sun. Phrases and clauses. As we have read in the previous classes, phrases and clauses are groups of words that act as components of different sentences. Look at the following table to understand how phrases and clauses differ. Phrase, clause. It has no finite verb. It has one finite verb. It always exists as a part of a sentence. It may exist as a sentence or as a part of a sentence. It may have a noun or a pronoun, but it does not act as a subject or an object in the absence of a finite verb. It has a noun or a pronoun acting as a subject or an object. Kinds of phrases: noun phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase. Phrases are like building blocks of sentences. They are groups of words that work together to provide more information or details in a sentence. There are three main kinds of phrases: noun phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase. Noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words containing a noun and acting as the subject or the object in a sentence. Example: the friendly cat jumped onto the sofa. In this sentence, the friendly cat is a noun phrase containing the noun cat and acting as the subject of the sentence. Adverb phrase. An adverb phrase is a group of words that tells us how, when, where or why an action happens. It provides information about verbs, adjectives or other adverbs. Example: she danced gracefully and with elegance. In this phrase, gracefully and with elegance is an adverb phrase because it tells us how she danced. Adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is a group of words that provides more information about a noun or a pronoun. It is usually headed by an adjective. Example: the book was full of exciting adventures. In this phrase, full of exciting adventures is an adjective phrase because it is describing the book by telling us what it is about. Position of adjective phrases. Adjective phrases make our sentences vivid and interesting by providing more information about nouns. These phrases can be placed in two main positions within a sentence: before a noun, attributive position, or after a linking verb, predicate position. Attributive position. Before a noun. When an adjective phrase is in the attributive position, it comes before the noun it is describing. It helps us understand more about the noun. Example: the bright and shining stars lit up the night sky. In this sentence, bright and shining is the adjective phrase in the attributive position because it describes the noun stars. Predicative position after a linking verb. When an adjective phrase is in the predicative position, it comes after the linking verb like is, are, seems, becomes and describes the subject of the sentence. Example: the flowers are blooming with vibrant colors. Here, blooming with vibrant colors is the adjective phrase in the predicative position because it describes the subject flowers. Types of clauses: independent, main, principal clause, dependent, subordinate clause, coordinate clause. There are two kinds of clauses: independent, main, principal clause and dependent, subordinate clause. Independent, main, principal clause. An independent clause is a group of words that forms a complete thought and can stand alone as a sentence. It has both a subject, who or what the sentence is about, and a predicate, what the subject is doing. Example: she loves to read books. This is an independent clause because it can stand alone as a complete sentence. Dependent, subordinate clause. A dependent clause is also a group of words with a subject and a predicate, but it cannot stand alone as a sentence. It relies on an independent clause to make sense and complete its meaning. Dependent clauses often start with conjunctions like because, although, when, if, since. Example: because she loves to read books. This is a dependent clause because it needs more information to become a complete thought. It could be joined with an independent clause to make a full sentence. Example: because she loves to read books, she spends hours at the library. Coordinating clauses. Compound sentences. Coordinating clauses are two or more independent clauses joined together to create a compound sentence. They are typically connected using coordinating conjunctions such as and, but, or, nor, for, so, yet. Example: she loves to read books and he enjoys watching movies. In this sentence, she loves to read books and he enjoys watching movies are both independent clauses joined by the coordinating conjunction and. Types of subordinate clauses: noun clause, adverb clause, adjective clause. We have discussed what subordinate clauses are in the previous section. Let us now discuss the types of subordinate clauses. These clauses can be divided into three kinds: noun clauses, adverb clauses, adjective clauses. Noun clause. A noun clause is a special type of dependent clause that functions as a noun in a sentence. Just like a regular noun, a noun clause can act as the following: the subject of a sentence, the object of a verb or a preposition, the complement of a linking verb. Noun clauses are often introduced by words or phrases like that, whether, if, who, whom, what, why, how. Example: I wonder whether they will come to the party. Here, whether they will come to the party is a noun clause serving as the object of the verb wonder. Functions of noun clauses. Subject. Noun clauses can serve as the subject of a sentence, telling us what the sentence is about. Example: what she said surprised me. Object. They can function as the direct object of a verb, receiving the action of the verb. Example: I heard what you said. Object of a preposition. They can also serve as the object of a preposition. Example: she talked to him about what she had discovered. Complement. They can act as the complement of a linking verb describing or renaming the subject. Example: the important thing is that you tried your best. Adverb clause. An adverb clause is a type of dependent clause that functions as an adverb in a sentence. Like a single adverb, an adverb clause provides information about how, when, where, why, or to what extent an action is performed. Adverb clauses are often introduced by subordinating conjunctions, which include words like because, although, if, when, where, since, while, as. Example: I'll go to the park if it stops raining. Here, if it stops raining is an adverb clause and it tells us under what condition the action will happen. Functions of adverb clauses. How? Adverb clauses can answer questions about the manner or way in which an action is performed. Example: She sings as if she were on stage. When? They can provide information about when an action takes place. Example: I'll call you when I get home. Where? They can describe the location or place where an action happens. Example: I saw her where you often eat lunch. Why? They can offer reasons or purposes for actions. Example: He works hard so that he can succeed. To what extent? They can indicate the degree or extent of an action. Example: She studied so diligently that she aced the test. Adjective clause. An adjective clause is a type of dependent clause that functions as an adjective in a sentence. Like a single adjective, an adjective clause provides more information about a noun or a pronoun in the sentence, making the noun or the pronoun more specific or descriptive. Adjective clauses are often introduced by relative pronouns such as who, whom, whose, which, that. Example: The book that she is reading is excellent. Here, that she is reading is an adjective clause modifying the noun book. Functions of adjective clauses. Descriptive. Adjective clauses provide additional information about a noun or a pronoun, making it more descriptive. Example: The house that is painted blue is mine. Identifying. They can help identify a specific noun when there are multiple nouns of the same type. Example: The girl who won the race is my sister. Non-defining. Some adjective clauses add extra information but are not essential to identify the noun they modify. Example: My cat, which has a fluffy tail, is very playful. Punctuating non-defining adjectives. Non-defining adjective clauses are set off by commas to show that they provide extra, non-essential information. On the contrary, defining adjective clauses, those that are essential for identifying the noun, are not separated by commas. Example: The book which I borrowed from the library is due tomorrow. In this sentence, the speaker does not want to emphasize that the book that is due is one they had borrowed from the library. Therefore, it could be any book. Please note that the italicized clause is non-defining. The book which I borrowed from the library is due tomorrow. In this sentence, the speaker emphasizes that the book that is due is the one they had borrowed from the library. Please note that the italicized clause is a defining one. Knowledge gained. Phrases and clauses are groups of words that act as components of different sentences. Phrases make sense only when they are used as part of sentences. Three main types of phrases used in English are noun phrases, adjective phrases, and adverb phrases. Unlike phrases, clauses may exist as independent sentences or parts of different sentences. When a clause exists as an independent sentence, it is called an independent, main, or principal clause. When a clause exists only as a part of a sentence, it is called a dependent or subordinate clause. A dependent clause may be a noun clause, an adjective clause, or an adverb clause.